I told you all that in the next session, I will continue from the slide. So what you can see in the picture here is water, but this water was stable, and later on, when you throw something in the water, you can see the ripples which are formed around the water. So these are the ripples which are formed in the water. Similarly, these two pictures also you can see the ripples which are formed. Ripples means what? Waves, small waves you can see here which are formed in water. The movement, because of the movement of water. When the water is still, we can say stable, that time there will be no waves. But when you throw something in water, not only water, even in your tea, when you are drinking a tea, it is if you keep it, a cup is kept. So, and you put something in that, you dip something in that, you can see that the ripples are generated. So it can be any liquid. Here, water. Now what happens if you put something, or when you blow a wind, when you blow a breeze, blow air, when you blow the air, you can see the ripples which are formed in water. So this is how the ripples are formed in the sea also. The sea, you can see these waves which are there, the waves which are generated in the sea, created in the sea, are nothing but the ripples. The ripples are generated in the sea water. So when the ripples are generated in the sea water, they are known as waves. These waves are generated on the surface of the sea. So the sea water gets pushed by the wind. Because of the wind, the sea water gets pushed, and the ripples are generated on the surface of the water. These are called waves. Now look at the slide. In this slide, you can see I have shown you the picture of a wave. Now these waves, they are moving. You feel that they are moving, but the waves are moving here up and down, but they are at the same place. The waves are moving at the same place, up and down. They are not going to and fro, forward and backward. And this is how the waves are generated in the sea water. So if you keep anything on this wave, if you throw anything, example, thermocol is lighter in weight. So when you keep anything on these waves, it will remain at the same place. See here. This is one wave which I have shown on the slide. Now if you throw a thermocol piece, a cube on this, it remains at the same place on the water. The reason is the movement of water is at the same place, up and down movement. It does not go forward or backward. There is no movement such, but it is in motion. So what you feel, that the wave is coming towards you, the movement is there. So actually water does not move. What moves is the energy in the water. Because of the energy in the water, you can see there is movement of water. So the waves bring energy near the coast, and generation of waves, it is natural and regular. Natural means it is natural, created by the nature. These waves are created by the nature. We are not creating any waves. And it is regular. That means this is a daily occurrence. Daily waves you can see in the sea. Now look at the diagram. Very important. The diagram is the structure of a wave. Now here, this red line is the wave. This red line, it is the wave. Let us see the structure of a wave. The top part of a wave, the apex, we can say the peak, is called the crest. The bottom is called the trough. This part, the bottom part of a wave is called a trough. So the wave will have a crest and a trough. The top and the bottom, the crest and the trough. Now, the distance between one crest to another one, the distance between the two crests is called the wavelength. Again, I'll repeat, the distance between the crest, two consecutive crests, is the wavelength. Here also crest, and again here, look here, crest. So the distance between the crest is the wavelength, and this is horizontal distance between two crests. Similarly, the distance between a crest and a trough, that means the vertical distance, this one, the distance between the crest and a trough is called the amplitude. So the vertical distance between a crest and a trough is the amplitude, and the horizontal distance between one crest to another, between two crests, is your wavelength. So what we studied, the structure of a wave. In the structure of a wave, the crest, the trough, the wavelength, and the amplitude. So what do you mean by the velocity of the wave? Means the speed of the waves. It depends. The speed of the waves. So as I told you in the previous slide, that if you throw any object, if in the sea water, example the lighter thing, thermocol, what will happen to that? The object moves up and down at the same place. And second point, I already told you, remember that water in the waves does not move. It is not the water which moves. It is the energy. What moves is the energy in the water. But this energy in the water, from where do we get? The energy which is in the water, which gives the movement to the water, we get it from the wind. So the generation of waves is due to the wind. The energy what we get is from the wind. So there is movement of water. Waves are generated, ripples are generated in the sea due to wind. Volcanic eruption or earthquake. Earthquakes occur on the land as well as in the sea. Similarly, volcanic eruption, in this picture you can see the volcano erupting out. So similarly, volcanic eruptions are also on the land and under the sea, below the sea. This is the sea level where you can see the water. But below the sea, under the sea, there will be a land. And on the land which is there underwater, there will be earthquake or volcanic eruption. But when there is an earthquake or volcanic eruption underwater, what happens to the water? The water will rise to a high, huge waves. The waves will be at a greater height. These waves are very tall, huge, and very destructive. Why these waves are generated? It's only because of the earthquake or volcanic eruption under the water, below the sea. And these tall, huge waves are called tsunamis. Here the T is silent. Tsunamis. So these waves are very destructive. It will destroy the coastal areas. So such waves, they assume a great height in the shallow water. These waves are very high, at a very great height, and very destructive. Now, before moving ahead to this, I want some answer. from you. So you can unmute and answer my question. Tell me, what are coastal areas?
Yes, teacher.
What are coastal areas?
Teacher, the places near the sea.
Very
Teacher,
good.
the area
The
near the
places near the sea. So do you think
near the
Mumbai is also a coastal area? Mumbai is a coastal area?
Yes, yes.
Mumbai is a coastal area.
Yes, teacher.
So the people who are living near the coast, example Sindhudurg and Raigad district, you can see they are at danger. Why? Anytime there will be destruction because of the
Why
storm.
means why?
So let's go ahead on the screen. So this is an island, Sumatra. The name of the island is Sumatra. This Sumatra island is in Indonesia. It's in Indonesia. This Sumatra island, there was a devastation, destruction because of the tsunami waves which were generated. You can see all around here water, sea, Indian Ocean. That means there was an earthquake underwater, and because of that earthquake, tsunami waves were generated, and these tsunami waves destroyed the Sumatra island totally. Similarly, in India, the eastern coast of India, this is the eastern coast, north, south, west and east. So this is the eastern coast of India. So the east coast of India as well as of Sri Lanka, eastern coast of Sri Lanka, both were devastated, both were destroyed because of the tsunami. Now, how tsunami came? It's because of this water around, because of the water which is there, and there was a tsunami and the tall waves were generated, and they destroyed the eastern coast of India as well as of Sri Lanka. Now, the waves which are there, this water from the sea, the water which is there, it dashes the land. And when it comes on the land, daily this is a regular phenomenon. What happens to the land? You can see the cut here. The land is being cut. So it is eroded. Erosion has taken place. So you have to answer my question. What do you mean by erosion? What do you mean by erosion?
Erupting.
Huh?
Teacher, the land gets slide.
Land gets
The
slide.
land
You're close to the
gets
answer.
The land gets like
Teacher,
Any other?
the land gets cutted.
Cut. Okay. Cut. Correct. Anything else?
the land.
Teacher, land moves up and
Okay, I'll explain you. What is erosion?
Teacher, the water.
Look at me now. Look at me. If you take the heap of a sand, make a heap of a sand or a soil. Look at my screen, boys. When you take the heap of a sand or a mud or soil, make a heap, and you pour water on that heap. What will happen to that heap? What will happen?
Teacher, it will evaporate. It will flow.
Flow. The soil will flow. The soil will flow because of water. And the sand will also flow because of water. That means that flow is what? It has eroded. Erosion has taken place. Okay. It has changed the shape also. This shape will not remain because the soil went. It will change the shape of that particular thing. Same thing happens. I'll share the screen now. Same thing you can see here, because of this water, movement of water, dashing of water on the land, this land is being it's cut over here, it is being eroded over here. erosion has taken place, and because of this erosion, it gives rise to the beaches. You can see the beaches in the protected locations in the base. You can see a beach which is formed over here because of the erosion. And who is eroding this? Which thing is eroding this? It is the waves which are generated by the sea. So always remember, if earthquake occurs in the ocean, so which area will be more in danger? It will be the coastal areas. It will be at high risk. They will be in more danger. Dangerous to the coastal areas. Why? The waves which are in the ocean are known as tsunamis. They are very destructive waves. And so, if you know that the people living in the coastal areas will have a problem, they will be at danger, at risk, where to go? At that time, where to go? Then you should go to a higher altitude, higher place, the place which is situated at the higher altitude. Altitude means at a great height. Example, Mahabaleshwar is at a great height. Similarly, any place at a higher altitude, at a great height, you should shift there, because in this way, you will not lose your life, or the people will not lose the life. This way, loss of life can be avoided. And all these alerts we usually get from the meteorological center, that tsunami will come or not. So we are already on alert before. So shift from the coastal areas. This is what our government is doing. Recently, you must have seen in the news, if you're watching the news, you must have seen that the Raigad Sindhudurg district was totally destroyed, devastated because of this storm, not earthquake, storm. So every time they shift the people from that particular place. So whenever earthquake or tsunami will come, you should tell the people of the coastal areas, move from there to avoid the mishap. Otherwise,